Gotta be beautiful.
for the singing of our national anthem and then remain standing for our alma mater.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good evening. On behalf of the members of the Board of Education, the administration, faculty, and the staff of the Marymount School District, I welcome you to the 75th celebration of the successful completion of 13 years of formal education, and simultaneously this inaugural event in the future of these outstanding young men and women of Marymount High School's class of 2024.
It is my pleasure to introduce the valedictorian of the class of 2024, Caleb Emerson Ching.
Good evening. I would like to simply begin by saying congratulations to everyone here. To the teachers, administrators, staff, coaches, parents, siblings, extended family, and friends, congratulations. You supported us to the end. Graduates, congratulations. We made it through. Perhaps barely, perhaps having to pull a couple of late nights to flip a grade, or have the misfortune of taking exams this past week. But it's done. We made it through. Each of us has completed over 15,000 hours of learning, studying, practicing, and, of course, pondering. We have earned the right to stand here today, looking goofy in square hats and wizard robes as we wait to walk the wrong direction down a track. It's a bit of a funny way to celebrate such an event, and at least I find it funny that my grand reward for doing a good job on all of my assignments for 4 years was to be given one more extraordinarily vague assignment: address the class as the farewell sayer. Aaron tells me that the actual meaning of the Latin word valedictorian is farewell sayer, which is ironic considering I am the introductory speaker at this event, not the farewell address. These dead languages are still out here causing problems. So, this is the least descriptive prompt of all time. Say farewell as the first speaker. It seemed like a confusing task, so I have instead chosen to do the most in-character thing possible: talk about calculus. Luckily for all of you, I am sort of joking, but the class of 2024 is very good at calculus, just not necessarily in a mathematical sense. Allow me to explain. One of the two fundamental ideas in calculus is that of an integral. Computing an integral is the idea that if you add together an extraordinarily large amount of infinitesimally small numbers, these insignificantly small numbers, you will end up with a significant number. It is the idea that inconsequential moments add up to become meaningful, and the idea that there is value in the trivial. This is what makes the class of 2024 special. We are not a class of grand gestures or flamboyant actions, but our class of 2024 does all the little things. It's the fact that we were willing to give up a Friday night to show up to a rainy track meet to make sure one runner didn't have to face the race alone. It's the fact that no Quizlet set goes unshared and no last-minute request for essay help is denied. It's the fact that even after a long day of school and practice, a resident of Fairfax will drive all the way to Terrace Park, or vice versa, just to make sure everyone has a way home. It's the fact that every Spirit Day comes with full costumes and face paint, and, at least I'm told, the entire grade is on theme at every game. It's the fact that members of the class of 2024 will put in the extra effort to remember what AP tests everyone is taking, and make sure to wish them luck beforehand. It's the fact that after changing the planned date for Senior Skip Day about 100 times to make sure everyone could participate, we canceled it altogether, so as to make sure not to miss a guest speaker Mr. Wolford had taken the time to bring in. These are small things, but between them and countless other examples each and every day, they make a tangible impact. Calculus tells us that even though every moment may be small, its value still matters. And when you make every minuscule moment count, every single day, you can build something meaningful. This is why, when I moved to Marymount in 7th grade, that the teachers, students, and neighbors all told me again and again that I was so lucky to join this class. They were right. I'm honored to stand alongside all of you here today because this class respects and makes the most of every moment. I will close with one more bit of calculus, the reminder to never forget your plus C. Whenever you take an indefinite integral in calculus, it is always essential to add a constant to specify where the y-intercept of the function is. It is more or less where the function begins. The plus C is a reminder that where you start is not arbitrary, and no matter how much life may change from instant to instant, where you began does not. It is easy to forget your plus C as you move farther from it, or find yourself bouncing between maximums, minimums, and inflection points, but it's there, unmoving at our beginning. Our journey begins here, today. Part of all our plus C is that we are the Marymount High School class of 2024. And as we go off to wherever life takes us, never forget that the community we built here, the relationships we built by doing all the little things, those will be constant. Thank you.
It is my pleasure to introduce the salutatorian of the class of 2024, Aaron Reese O'Donnell.
Friends, family, faculty. Our story began back in kindergarten with our classes in modulars and our recesses on tennis courts. Here, we first heard the number 2024, and it became an identifying factor of our class. At the beginning of the journey, the 13 years it took to get here seemed so far away, and we anxiously anticipated this day. The pages of our stories, or how we got here, have flown by much faster than any of us have expected them to. I want to reiterate congratulations to the class of 2024 for making it here, and thank our faculty for leading us, our families for supporting us, and our friends for helping us navigate growing up in elementary, the unfortunate turbulence in junior high, and of course, the fun in high school. Thank you, truly, for getting us to the end of this journey so we can celebrate ourselves and our achievements of this chapter all together one last time. From some of my phrasing, you might be able to catch on to the fact that I see the world in stories. I blame that on one thing. I grew up in a world of myths and legends. I'd spend every spare moment reading stories of battles, adventures, and magic. I've evaded the Minotaur in the labyrinth with Theseus, fought alongside Achilles in Troy, and joined Perseus as he cut off the head of Medusa. These daring tales bewitched me. I was in awe of their courage, their ingenuity, their wisdom. It was clear that these stories survived thousands of years for a reason, why their words stand firm while the civilizations from which they emerged have crumbled. First, obviously for their entertainment factor, but more importantly, for their characters, that is, their mirror of humanity. These stories have been enjoyable for me, but what has been far more enjoyable was to witness how they translated to the world around. Over the past 4 years, and actually going back to kindergarten, I've gotten the unique experience to see everyone sitting here take on their own epic journey. From the sidelines, multiple state championships or a game-winning catch against Indian Hill. From the classroom, the triumph of a well-deserved A, or finally getting that egg drop project to work in physics after endless pondering. From the audience, a breathtaking performance of a song or a gallery walk through a stunning AP studio collection. We celebrated our successes as the Greeks did Hercules' 12 labors, or Jason's quest for the Golden Fleece, or Orpheus' enchanting music. Our triumphs are the same. They are the celebrations of our legends, journeys, epics. My point is, the heroes I grew up loving, the stories I grew up devoted to, they're echoed in us. What I loved most about the stories, the passionate, individualistic characters, are now here on the field with me. What makes the class of 2024 different is our library. We all tell vastly different narratives, but when our stories are collected together, it's something beautiful. We are a treasure of epics. We tell a story of what it means to be eager and ardent for something and everything in our own separate ways, our own unique voices. Like the epic heroes, we all know our passions and journeys and we follow them unwaveringly. It's why the stands on our senior nights and days erupted to celebrate each and every student who walked the field. It's why we've had full class discussions about a new archaeological dig someone is going on with authentic curiosity. It's why we listen to a pure rave about a fantastic movie shot for hours on end. We understand and recognize the individual value in each other. I've had the honor of seeing each and every one of you live with the fire that burns within you, and there is no greater joy to me than seeing and celebrating these passages. Class of 2024, we see the world and we are alive with it. A buzzer-beating basketball shot that caused the student section to storm the court, running in the streets looking for the northern lights, or laughing about oversaturated tie-dye t-shirts in chemistry. Our passion translates and bursts from something deeper that cannot be replicated, genuine excitement for the world around us. As we continue on to our next chapter, in a way, we will all be embodying the same hero, Odysseus. We will all be journeying the world in search of our home. Luckily for us, there are no literal monsters we have to face, but we'll have to face some of the same difficulties Odysseus did. We're going to get sidetracked and stuck and lost, But with our passion, I'm confident we'll find our way eventually. And if we falter, we'll have our own crew of sorts to fall back on here, and one another. We are guided by the past, ignited with the present, enthralled with the future, wherever our journey might take us. We are distinctly us. I'd like to end with the same words the man who has fostered my love for heroes and has taught me more about them than anyone has concluded all of my classes with over the past 4 years. Words that, more than anything, I have to thank for making me who I am standing before you now. Although I was strongly advised not to give advice during my speech, I'd like to make an exception for these words, as I believe they should be shared with as many people as possible, especially as we go off into our next adventures and continue our epics. With that, I'd like to finish with go off and do good things. The end, and thank you.
It is my pleasure to introduce our class speaker this evening, Class President Colin Young Mikesell.
Thank you, Grace, for the introduction. Thank you, orchestra, for that piece. We have long been sheltered from what our parents and teachers have called the real world. Just wait till you get to the real world, they say. We've grown up in the tightest knit, most protected environment we will possibly ever be a part of. When walking through our towns, it would be surprising not to run into someone you know, and a close friend is never beyond a few streets away. The Marymount bubble, some call it. You encounter teachers at grocery stores, coaches at restaurants, and even strangers in the street will greet you joyfully. We've lived under the influence of innocence until now. As we finally prepare to enter this real world, there is no better time to look back at the fantasy world we have lived in for the past 18 years. A world where you knew everyone so well that you could predict whose name came before yours on the attendance list. A world that creates yoga clubs, that could never convince Caleb Ching to attend a single school dance. And a world infused with decades of culture that we've upheld and extended. Sure, on cold winter mornings, school may not have always felt voluntary, but in our time, we created a world that exceeds any fantasy I've ever read about. We came to class early as scared freshmen with brand new school supplies, and now we're leaving with more tardies than we ever planned for, asking our friends if we can borrow their pencils. Or maybe that's just how it's worked out for me, but we've all changed in our own way, found ourselves a little more, and begun to figure out what it is that we want in this life. We've grown so much in these past 4 years that I think we can all agree that no good sentence can ever start with, remember that time freshman year when you... Our teachers have acted in the places of parents, coaching us to be better and the leaders of tomorrow, and all they could do was hope that we listen closely. As we've aged, we've learned what was right by doing what was wrong to each other. We learned what we can't say by saying it to each other, and we've learned what we want by seeing it in each other. We created a community with a true care for the next man, no matter their name, with an unbreakable camaraderie that holds us together. It's a phenomenon to be admired and assures me that we can never be strangers to each other. We have been around each other for so long that I think it would even be fair to say a piece of everyone's identity is irreversibly tied to each other here. One other school, one different homeroom, a different lunch table, and you could be a whole new person. We are who we are because of each other. You are my brothers, my sisters, my fathers, and my mothers. You have all raised me while growing up, just as I have done for you. As I wrap up my speech, I realize this is nothing more than a love letter to the class of 2024. A collection of words to express my appreciation for the people of my past 12 years. So with that I have to say, class of 2024, the night is still young. We are leaving so much behind, but welcoming so much more. So go out, you beautiful, beautiful people. Go be the leading chemist of this country. Go fall in love, make friends, lose friends, find yourself, whatever that means. Listen to old music, forget what happened last night, study hard, and live. Move away and move on from this small hometown, but swear to never forget what it has embedded in you, for it is sacred. Strive to accumulate the most exceptional of memories and watch your life grow layered with value. For all of life is but a fleeting memory, but this very moment is untouched. So grasp it, hold on to it, and stare at it real close before the next moment takes you by storm and you're off again. Before you know it, you'll be graduating again with even brighter eyes. Good night, class of 2024. I thank you, I believe in you, I love you.
members of the Board of Education, Mr. Eastep, parents and guests. I certify to you that the students assembled before us have complied with the requirements set by the Marymount Board of Education and the state of Ohio. I would like to present for graduation the Marymount High School class of 2024. Michael Edward Curran. Cameron Grace Eastep. Nicholas James Simmons. Isabella Rose Drake. Davis Matthew Whitmore. Lucy Virginia Dorn. Griffin Michael Byrne. Hadley Jane Dickinson. Elliot Andrus Brown. Suzanne Elaine Bexford. Liam Charles Ash. Ashley Rose Bauer. Neil Paul Abbott. Emma Kathleen Aiello. Tyler Michael Kutcher. Grace Ann Florlog. Connor Shumard Cross. Veronica Asbury Drake. Caleb Emerson Ching. Sydney Alexis Doty.
Ignoring us.
Ethan Lee Cahall. Shay Jatina Dickinson.
Yep.
Jeremy Drew Buxell. Jillian Grace Chen. Daniel Neil Bronson. Jade Zoe Beck. Elijah Eugene Adams. Madeline Theresia Bailey. Carter Thomas Jordan. Isabella Catherine Mason. Julian Ulysses Hernandez. Olivia Stacy Zaveri. Robert Bruce Hargrave. Hillary Ann Laird. Ryan Edward Glassmeyer. Jennifer Roselli Johnson. Declan Graham Finneth. Alyssa Genevieve Haynes. Caleb Parker Erickson. Clara Blessing Hampton. Nathan George Dershaw. Lindsay Ann Fry. Samuel James Clacker. Grace Aleni Mavrodoglu. Benjamin Maxwell Hynoski. Ella Jill Malafa. Elias Matthew Hernandez. Riley Ray Lambert. James Pierce Hanser.
Hey, Bucko.
Cecilia Jean Kuwach.
Bucko.
Connor Britton Fraley. Lillian Rain Howell. Benjamin Lane Fonestock. Alyssa Paige Harney. Andrew Thomas Duckwall. Margaret Anastasia O'Keefe Griesmer. Andrew Timothy Seichter. William Benjamin Basham. Margaret Sweeney. Samuel Wyeth Parker. Isaac Ninan. Marissa Jane Stewart. Cooper Scott Nachioni. Haley Rose Zuckerberg. Jack Ryan Walsh Moriarty. Brenna Doree O'Brien. Colin Young Mikesell. Lillian Grania Mulvaney. Tanner David Letton. Grace Catherine McCluskey. William Robert Sims. Finnegan Dean Reber. Emerson Catherine Tepe. Charles Thomas Perkins. Jacob Gregory Organiziak. Kira Elise Stegall. Jonathan Robert Neese. Keegan Steele. Gabriel Reed Murray. Aaron Reese O'Donnell. Maxwell Wade Miller. Anna Lee Morgan. B. Mary Ann Lantaff. Benjamin Edward Webster. Alessandro Vitali. Leah Grace Wilson. Gavin John Van Scoy. Charles William Tully. Madeline Marie Urton. Nolan David Thigh. Zachary Sacco Stalzer. Michaela Day Turner Horsley. Ethan Thomas Wood. William Stewart Wells. Lawson Thomas Wade. Erin Elizabeth Wilder. Donald Engelbert Vanderbush III. Carson Ronald Gregory Van Loo. Alyssa Michelle Vianello. Matthew Geo Tucker. Patrick Dwyer Sweeney. Elise Marie Urschel.
Yeah.